Hello students, welcome to the chemistry class, chemistry video. As you are all aware that we have already started third lesson. The name of the lesson is metals and non-metals. Children, in the first video, you have learnt about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. You have already made a table wherein you are distinguishing metals and non-metals on the basis of its physical properties. Now, in continuation with that, I am making video number 2, and the topic for this is the activities related to physical properties of metals. Children, these activities can come in the board exam, and in the same way that these activities are given in your NCERT book also. So children, I begin with activity 3.1. Now this activity is you have to take samples of few metals. I have taken iron, copper, aluminium, magnesium. When the school gets open, I am going to show you these metals. There are so many metals available in the lab. I am going to show you few samples of metals also. Now you just have to rub them with the sandpaper so that you are able to see the surface clearly, whether it has a shine or not. So what do you observe? That metals in their pure state have a shining surface. So this means that metals have luster. So this is the activity that shows that metals have shine or luster. Or children, please understand that you can take any sample and you will see this result. Children, activity 3.2. Again, you have to take few samples of metals. I have taken iron, copper, aluminium, magnesium. Just to tell you about magnesium, we know that magnesium is available in the form of ribbon. Iron, you can take iron nail. Copper wire you can take. Aluminium also is available in the lab. It is also silvery white in color. Now try to cut these metals with a knife. Now children, when I am trying to cut these metals with knife, I give you a hint where we are trying to prove whether these metals are hard or not. Also try to cut sodium metal with knife. Children, I have taken a different kind of metal. I have taken sodium here. Here I have taken iron, copper, aluminium. So children, by doing this kind of activity, I am going to show that some metals, most of the metals are hard, but very few are not hard. So my observations will be that metals are generally hard. It is difficult to cut metals with a sharp knife. But sodium is an exception. Children, we have already done this in video 1, that sodium is an exception. It is soft. It can be cut easily with a sharp knife or a blade also. Same is with potassium also. But you know, a lot of precaution is to be used when you are using sodium in the lab. We don't usually give it to the students. So what is the result? The result is that hardness of metals varies from metal to metal, and we know that metals are usually hard. This is what you have written in the comparison also. Now children, next activity, activity 3.3. I am going to study another property of metal here children. I am going to study the ductility property. I have taken some metals like iron, copper, aluminium, lead, etc. Now identify the metals that are available in the form of wires. So children, you must have seen aluminium wires, copper wires being used in daily life. So we observe that metals like copper, gold also are available in the form of wires. That is, all metals are ductile. Children, I always tell my students that D for ductile, D for drawn into thin wires. So this is the definition of ductility, that metals can be drawn into thin wires. So the result is that metals are ductile. I repeat, the definition of ductility can come in the exam, can be drawn into thin wires. Children, just a small very important information here children. A wire of 2 kilometer length can be drawn from 1 gram gold. So that means it is highly ductile. So this is also very good, can come in 1 mark in board examination. Now coming on to a very interesting and important activity. These were all general activities. The meanings are very clear, but this is an activity that came last time in the board examination, last year board exam. They asked that to show that metals are good conductors of heat using a diagram. So children, whenever this kind of question comes, children, you need to write down the aim. You need to write down the materials required also. I have not written the materials required, children. You are going to do it on your own. I have shown it in the diagram form. As you will read the procedure, you will come to know what all materials we have used. So you will note down in the materials required part. Next is the procedure. Now what you have to do, you have to show that metals are good conductors of heat. And that is why we are using all cooking vessels which are made up of metals only, so that conduction can take place and the food is cooked easily. Children, you take an aluminium or copper wire. These are metals. Now clamp the wire on a stand. Now I will show you the diagram here. With this diagram I can explain you. Children, this is iron stand. This is available in the lab. Now this is the clamp. With this clamp, children, I have attached a metal wire. I have taken aluminium wire here. Say for example, this is the aluminium wire I have taken. I can take any metal. I can take copper wire also. Now, what I am going to do on this side of the wire, children, I am going to put wax onto it, liquid wax. The moment I put liquid wax to it, when the liquid wax will cool, it will solidify just on this part. And immediately I am going to put all pins onto this wax. All pins which are easily available. So we fix pins to the free end of the wire using wax. Now heat the wire with a burner or a spirit lamp on the other side. Now look at my pen. Children, here I am going to heat it. For heating, I can use Bunsen burner which is available in the lab, or I can use a spirit lamp. Now I am going to heat the wire with the spirit lamp near the place where it is clamped, not on this side. I am going to heat it this side. Now what am I going to observe? Children, I will observe that when I heat the wire here, then the pins from the other end will keep on following. First this pin will fall, and ultimately all the pins will fall. So what do I conclude? That the pins start falling as the heat gets transferred from one end to another, and this shows that metals are good conductors of heat. So when this kind of question comes, you have to write down this full activity with aim, materials required, procedure, observations, result, along with the well labeled diagram. Always remember, diagram has to be drawn whether they have asked or not. The moment activity is asked, you are going to show this with the help of a labeled diagram. Okay, next activity 3.6. Children, I am going by the same numbers which are written in your NCERT book. This is very essential because this activity can also come in the exam. Now this activity, the aim of this activity is to show that metals are good conductors of electricity. The last activity was metals are good conductors of heat. That is why we are using cooking vessels made up of metals. Similarly, here we are going to show that metals are good conductors of electricity. That means all our wires that we use at home, they are all made up of metals only. Same thing, you are going to write down the materials required on your own as you read the procedure. Whatever materials are being required, you are going to list down in the materials required column. The next is the procedure. I will explain the procedure with the help of a labeled diagram. Children, for this to show this activity, I have set up a simple electric circuit. We know that a simple electric circuit consists of connecting wires which are available in the lab, a small bulb, a battery, key. These are the essential parts of the electric circuit. So I have already arranged this circuit. Only one change I have made, children. On the two ends I have attached metal clips. Why do I have attached clips here? Because in between the two parts of the clips A and B, I am going to insert the sample of metal. I am going to take any metal because I need to prove that metals are good conductor of electricity. I will take any metal like iron or aluminium. I will fix up in between this clip. Now once the setup is done, children, what I am going to do, I am going to switch on the key. The moment I switch on the key, what do I observe? I observe that the bulb glows. The circuit is complete. The metal is a good conductor of electricity and therefore the bulb glows. So this is another very important activity that came in the board exam. Obviously you need to explain this activity with the help of a diagram. So this is the reason all wires at home, even this connecting wires that we are using, is all made up of metals only. If in the place of this clip, if I take a non-metal, if in the same clip, in the same circuit diagram, in the same clip, if I take non-metal, the bulb will not glow. This shows that non-metals are poor conductor or bad conductors of electricity. Thank you. Please note down these activities in your register and do the assignment uploaded. Thank you, children.